This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Jackie Krawczyk, who is the Executive Director of the Alpena Chamber of Commerce. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Nancy.
You know, sometimes people will talk about, there's nothing to do in this town, what is there to do? And anyone that was in Alpena this past weekend, during the 4th of July weekend, if they said there was nothing to do, then there's something wrong.
They were living under a rock if they said there was nothing to do, yes.
I mean, usually I always say, Alpena, the only time you have to wait 2 lights to make a left-hand turn is Brown Trout Festival. I had to wait 3 times to make a left-hand turn onto 3rd Street through a light. Crazy.
Yeah, there were so many people in town. It was fantastic to see. And if you went to any of the festivities for the 4th of July, it was just everywhere was packed. I mean, people were just out having a great time. And it was such a positive day. It was really good. The weather was amazing. Everything just went really well.
And like you said, no matter where you went, there were people walking, people biking, families. There was so much activity in this community. It was amazing. And then the wonderful fireworks capped off the 4th of July.
Yeah, so the one part of the 4th of July that the Chamber is responsible for is fundraising for the fireworks. So even though the entire day was fantastic and all the volunteers who put everything together and the organizations did a great job, the one that I can really speak to is the fireworks. So we did surpass our goal, was $23,350, so that was
amazing.
Wonderful. And then the show, this is the first year, so this would be my 13th year being part of the fundraising for it. This is the first year we did not receive a single complaint.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Oh man, I hope people are watching this won't call to complain.
Yeah, I hope not. Well, it's too late. We don't want to hear from them now anyway. But really though, the show was incredible. It was paced right. The fireworks were amazing. It was just a fantastic, and the weather helps. You know, there wasn't a chance of rain. The wind was right, so it was just a really great evening.
You know, we live on the Great Lake. We're so fortunate, and I went by the beaches earlier in the day. There wasn't a place to park. Every beach was packed with people and families. You know, what a wonderful feeling. And go downtown Alpena, it was like a big city downtown. It was packed with people.
I know, and it was all week. Because
Yes.
I try to walk downtown quite often from the office, just take a loop around and check things out. And there were people all week long, you know, in and out of the stores and the restaurants and getting ice cream. They went through so much ice cream this week.
I bet.
So it's just been wonderful for the community.
And you know, all the places that there are to eat outside now and sit on balconies or sit out on patios, and it's just so wonderful that everyone's embracing that. And you know, what a great boost for our vendors and our merchants in our community.
It is, and we have to give a lot of credit to these people that are stepping up to make these things happen. So,
Yes.
you know, the business owners that are taking risks and that are trying different things and, you know, putting themselves out there to do some of these cool things that make it an experience for people to be here.
You know, in between the library and the museum and Thunder Bay Arts Council, there are so many cultural and fun activities to do in this community, inside and outside.
And there's more every day.
And movies in the park, I mean, and True North Radio Network, their concerts. I mean, there's just so much happening all the time.
Yeah, and it's also beautiful. So if there isn't something you want to go do as far as an event, you just go for a walk or go for a swim or, you know, kayak or something. So there's just always options.
Yes. And speaking of options, you have lots of options for us.
We do. We have a lot going on at the Chamber. We're pretty event heavy this year. So we've got our next Good Morning Alpena breakfast coming up. And this one's an interesting theme. So we're bringing in presenters from different programs that are designed to help businesses get their product and services outside of their immediate area. So we'll hear from like a trade, someone that helps with international trade. We'll hear from like buy local programs or getting when businesses in Michigan want to buy local from Michigan, it's how to make those connections. So we'll hear from that program and a couple others. So that's on July 19th. And then we have the next one is actually September 6th, and that's the United Way kickoff. Yep, so we always have that one. Something that is really new and interesting coming up, we have something called speed networking.
Okay.
So have you heard of speed dating? Okay, so it's speed networking. So if you're coming to date, you're coming for the wrong reasons. But basically we'll have limit to 2 people from one industry. So you'll have all different industries and you'll be matched up across the table from someone. You'll have 3 minutes to talk, I'll have 3 minutes to share my business, and then you'll move to the next person, and just on down the line. So you network in a very structured environment. And the reason we're doing this is some of our members, they don't feel comfortable just walking into a room of people they don't know and having to strike up conversation. And so this is a structured way for them to get involved. That's September 24th. And then we've got our Grub Crawl, which is September 12th, and tickets should be available very soon for that.
And they sell out right away.
They sell out. We always have an early bird rate. Well, they usually sell out before that's even over with. So that tickets will be available soon for that September 12th event. And the theme this year is Western. So we expect people to possibly wear their Western gear.
Sure they will.
Yes, and I'm excited because I can wear my cowboy boots then.
Yes.
And then later this year, we've got a good midday Alpena event. It's connecting education and business. So we'll talk about how businesses are getting into education and kind of working with students and in the classrooms to help get the students ready for what they need in the workforce. We have our Shredder Day on October 16th, so members can get items shredded. There's certain things that the law requires to be shredded. And then we also have our LeaderCast Women event. The theme it's called Take Courage, so lead with courage, and that's on October 18th.
Wow.
Yes.
And in between all that, we have Brown Trout Festival, and then we have the Tap Takeover downtown Alpena, and there's just too many things to remember. Authors in the fall.
So
There's
many
just
things,
so many
yes.
things to remember, so lots to do. But the Chamber always needs volunteers for different things too.
We use a lot of volunteers. Most of our volunteers come through our ambassador program. We have 25 ambassadors, but we're always looking for additional people to just lend a hand here and there, especially for things like
Grub Crawl.
Grub Crawl, yep, we'll be looking for people outside of just our ambassadors. And then we'll also, like for fireworks fundraising next year, we always look for people to help sell the bracelets and collect donations.
So if someone's interested, how can they become a part of it?
They can just call the chamber.
Okay.
Yep.
356-6181.
No.
354-4181.
Yes.
I knew it. I was close.
I'm always impressed that you can remember that. Yeah, they can just call us. They can find us online, alpenachamber.com, connect with us on social media, which people seem to do more than they ever did before. So however they want to get a hold of us, we're happy to talk with them.
And I noticed on your e-notes that one person who had been to a Good Morning Alpena had never been to one before, and her employer encouraged her to attend, and she was amazed at the networking and how wonderful it was and what she learned about the community that she's lived in all of her life.
Yep, we hear that from first-time attendees quite often, is I didn't even realize this stuff was happening. You know, I'm going to go to these programs every time that I can now because they're so informative. So just, takes once to get out and check it out and see what things are all about.
Well, thank you, and thank everyone at the Chamber for all the wonderful things that you do that behind the scenes that people don't even have a clue you do.
Well, thank you for letting us come out and share that with everybody.
Thank you. I'll be right back with Justin Christensen Cooper from Art in the Loft following these messages. Hi, I'm back with Justin Christensen Cooper from Art in the Loft. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Nancy, how are you?
Good, and as we were talking with Jackie about all the wonderful things in our community and how busy our community is, we can't forget Art in the Loft in that mix because you always have something going on that involves the community. You offer your space for many groups and activities for all kinds of wonderful things. Weddings and all the things that bring people downtown Alpena, plus the classes that you do, and of course the beautiful mural outside.
Oh yeah, so I'll get to that, but it really stems from, not only do we have an amazing staff, because we do, they're highly trained in what they do, they love the arts in and out, but our board of directors is fantastic. They volunteer so many hours to what we do and to make sure our mission is always the first thing that people know. So that just oozes out of everything we do. You mentioned the classes. We have a summer camp going on right now actually for cooking for kids. And we're going to do a lot of visual arts classes this summer as well with all different age groups. Our toddler program called Art Pop is really taking off, and we see probably 15 toddlers every other week for that. So that can be, that can be crazy. And so it's just been great. Just a lot of things, especially during that summertime, people want to get out, and we have to be in the mix on that. So thanks for including it in that.
Well, and it's so important that children start learning about benevolence at an early age. They start learning about the arts and appreciation for the arts at an early age, and you certainly are doing things to make sure that happens.
Right, and especially for all the groups, but especially for those little kids, it's all about getting that hands-on experience and being immersed in that type of atmosphere. So if they come to the third floor, not only do we have that great view and the wonderful space, and it's really conducive to that act of creating, But that's a lifelong skill that can carry through with them and actually remember that.
Yes.
I mean, we're getting kids that come up, maybe they're dropping off another kid in another class, or they're just coming up with their parent, and they think they're coming up to paint, you know, or whatever they might be thinking that. And so we just love that, and we want them to come up and people of any age, 1 to 101, and know that it's a community space and it's a space to share and create, and that's what we're trying to do.
Now, can people come up during the day and look at the things that are for sale up there?
You got it. So we
Okay.
are we're open you know, Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to
Okay.
6.
Okay.
Sunday we're open too. We got to be in that mix for that. That's 12 to 4 on Sunday.
Okay.
And we're just open to the public. It's so funny. This past week we had a group come up, and they sat at one of our tables, and they asked if we had a paper and some markers, and so we got a bunch of art supplies out for them, and they must have spent an hour and a half up in the gallery.
Oh, is that wonderful?
Overlooking the water, looking at the artwork, creating, and so that was a really neat impromptu moment.
Yes.
And really a mission moment for us to be that space so people can just come up and do that.
And you have lots of local artisans with their things on display.
We do.
Wonderful gift ideas, unique things, affordable.
Yeah.
You know, every genre out there.
We do. We have right now we have 36 exhibiting artists.
Wow.
About 30 of those are from Northeast Michigan specific. So that's a mission moment where we're trying to pull
Right.
from the local talent and really, you know, emphasize what talent we do have in our
And
area.
we do have the
And
talent.
we've got incredible talent.
We do.
And so people can come up and actually take a piece of Alpena home with them if they're visiting, or get a piece of Alpena into their house by having some of their local artisans purchasing something that they've created.
And I'm so excited because the mural's back.
The mural's back. So last time I was here, it was being done, right?
Yes.
We had gone through the whole history of what happened to it, and we were getting to that moment of people coming up and repainting the fish. And so now it's here. It's done, and we want to now celebrate what it is. I know you were talking with Jackie about just that moment when it did fall, what it meant to our community.
Yes.
I mean, the outpouring of support of, oh my gosh, first thing out of people's mouth is, how can we make this come back? And so we were able to do that, and now we want to re-celebrate that moment with our community. So July 20th
Okay.
is our mural celebration and
Okay.
rededication. It's called Fish-A-Palooza.
Okay.
And we hope to make this an annual event, actually,
Okay.
an annual community event. And it's a day full of not only community events, but art events, and get people into that space using the mural as a backdrop for that.
Okay.
So it's a gathering space for that. So we start off the day, 9 o'clock, we have a fishy fun run.
Okay.
And that is dress up in your best scuba gear, fishing gear, fish costume.
Okay.
Family friendly. And we want to make sure that people go out, and that's going to take you all the way around out on the bays that day.
Oh,
so you get to
yes.
go around all the tents, you go down the break wall, and then you come back, and it begins and ends at the mural.
Okay.
And you can register for that on our website,
Okay.
artandloft.org. Then at 10 o'clock, we have a Fish-A-Palooza brunch.
Okay.
That As You Wish is catering.
Okay.
And people can buy tickets for that.
Okay.
An amazing, it's a gourmet menu. And we
Okay.
also have a kids buffet as well
Oh,
for that day. So
yay.
for $5, kids can eat too.
And that will be held in our...
And that's up at Art in the
Okay.
Loft that day, so that's not an outdoor thing.
Okay.
And then from 11 to 2 is kind of the meat of the programming that day. We have mural painting by mural artist Tony Hendrick will be there that did the
Ooh,
backdrop.
yes.
We have a henna tent that'll be set up, henna by Nikki Cornelius.
Okay.
We have fish cookie decorating by Cookies by Hannah is going to be there doing that tent. And then we have what's called Paintbrush Wars. We're going to have 4 artists, local artists, exhibiting up in the loft, and they each get a canvas, and they each get a mystery basket of art supplies.
Okay.
And that's going to be for 1 hour during that time. You get to see what they come up with.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
So, and then at 2 o'clock it ends. So it's a kind of a short day, but it'll be
Okay.
a fun day. And we're going to do a bubble toast or a bubble dedication. We're
good
all going to
idea.
blow bubbles to dedicate the mural. And that event is really a culmination of our wonderful volunteers, also our sponsors who help donate, and our members who help donate to that. And it's underwritten by Wolverine State Credit Union as well. So,
Perfect.
yeah, so it's going to be a fun day. artandtheloft.org. Like it on Facebook, we have an event, and you
Okay.
can pre-register for all the stuff I just talked about,
Okay.
or just come down that day and really take it all in. And most of what I talked about is free.
Okay.
So, yeah. It'll be
Okay,
great.
sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And you know, as Jackie had said, anytime I go by there, I see someone getting their picture taken in
They
front of the
really do.
mural.
It's incredible, and we love seeing that. And sometimes people post them to our Facebook page, and we just love seeing the smiling faces in front of it, because that's what it's doing. It's
Yes.
using art as a tool to come together as a community, and it's something that people want to capture through a picture. So.
And you know, so many people were part of that, painting those fish so they can say, see that little red stripe? I did
Bingo.
that.
You got it. And
Bring the
that's free.
family and
years
the
to come,
friends.
that's what they'll be able to say. So.
Okay, so is there any openings for any of the classes that you've mentioned? Any openings still?
Yes, we do. So
Okay.
if you go, there's a tab on our website that's
Okay.
called Create Art.
Okay.
And if you hit that, you'll see all the different things that they can register for. Give us a call, 356-4877, or email us at info@artintheloft.org, and we'd be happy to get you all the information on that.
Okay, and the hours one more time.
So Tuesday through Saturday, 11
Okay.
to 6, Sunday, 12 to 4.
Okay, thank you so much for being here,
Thank you,
and
Nancy.
I'm excited about the Fish Palooza. That
gonna
sounds
be
like
great.
a wonderful
It's going to
time.
be awesome, July 20th.
Yes,
so.
my grandson will be in town that day. We'll have to check it
Oh
out.
my gosh, come on down.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nancy.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Good morning. I am Jay Walterite, Director of Public Information and Marketing for Alpena Community College, and this is the ACC portion of Talk of the Town. With me this morning are ACC softball coaches Kristen Sobek and Cassandra Shaw. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you guys doing on this
Good.
beautiful summer day?
Good, thanks for having us.
Oh, it's great to have you here. You know, it's kind of hard to be thinking about fall and the start of school again on such a beautiful day, but I know that you guys are always thinking about the softball program and what's going on there, and that's what we're here to talk about. So, where would you like to start?
Maybe just a little bit about where we started with softball here in Alpena.
Sure.
Okay. I graduated here at Alpena High School in 2011. From there, I played at ACC for 2 years, and it's been a couple of years, but now Kristen's asked me to help coach, so here I am.
Great.
She's the young blood, that's for sure. And I'm an 01 graduate here of Alpena, and spent a little time at Central Michigan playing for their softball program. A little bit of time with USA Women's Baseball team, and just fortunate to be back in our area that we love. My husband and I both work here, and you know, raising our family here, and we love Alpena, and we're back.
Well, great. Kristen, I know that you're very active in softball programs in the region. Is that correct?
Yeah, so for the last 12 years, I got the chance to coach with Paul Marwood and their awesome staff at Alpena Public Schools. That's where Cass was one of our student athletes. And was looking just to make a change, different schedule and stuff like that for our family, different opportunities. And ACC was the right fit, so we're back at ACC and loving it.
Well, great. So tell me, how are things going so far with the program?
We had a first year. Last year was our first year coaching. Just kind of like getting schedule and things like that and working all that out. Love all the teams that we play and all the different cool locations we get to go with the girls. It was a building year, right? Like rock it out, do what we can. And we're looking forward to this next coming year and every year getting better and better.
Well, great. Cassandra, what did you learn in your first year?
Oh, I learned a lot. You have to work with what you have and to be patient. Patience is big, and working hard and getting girls that work hard is awesome.
Yep, we were definitely blessed that first year. They gave it all they had.
Great.
And a neat thing about the softball season that you forget about is that it's in the spring. And in the spring in Michigan, it's cold, right?
Yeah.
So we were super fortunate to get rid of the snow and do a lot of our games downstate at the beginning of the season. And then we played at home at the end of the season, and it worked out really well. But, I mean, you think about some of the other sports that are indoor, and they don't have the elements, and we had the wind. And we did have some sun, and we definitely didn't have any snow, which was really cool.
Yes.
But, yeah, we had a lot of traveling and other things to look at.
Well, I've seen in the newspaper lately that you've had a number of player signings. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, go on.
I wasn't there.
Okay, so through travel balls, summer season is like right now, and there's a lot of really good talent. And ACC offers something that's really unique in northern Michigan, northeastern Michigan, and some of our girls want to stay around the area. And the neat thing that we provide is this, you know, this idea that we can still play softball and they can still continue athletics and get a really good education here at ACC. So some of the girls, Anna Folksema is from Big Rapids, and we have a northern girl from UP coming on down. She's getting excited for good weather, and I'm like, okay. You know, we have Callie Selke from Onaway, and then the next week or two we're going to have a couple other girls coming to join our already hardworking girls that we have here in Alpena.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about the recruiting process that you've gone through?
Recruiting in northern Michigan is kind of cool. Like, you email us, you let us know, right? And that you're interested in playing softball, we come watch you play in your high school season. Or if you play summer ball, we come watch you play there. And you want to know something, if you're just interested, always give us a ring or an email and we'll come watch you and see if we're a good fit. And that's a huge thing, is making sure that ACC is a good fit for that student athlete.
Sure. And I'm glad you mentioned the academics part of ACC. You know, we're very proud, of course, of the academics, and we're really proud of the fact that students can come here and play athletics and get a good education, a very inexpensive education, at least compared to the four-year schools.
You betcha.
And do what you say, which is to continue to participate in athletics and enjoy that while they prepare for the rest of their lives, right?
You bet.
So can you talk a little bit about the coming season?
We are excited. We have fall ball this year, so we're looking forward to having inter-squad games so the family and all of the student athletes can meet each other and get to know each other. We're looking to do a team bonding trip away, and then mostly just focus on academics, because without the student you can't be the athlete.
Can you talk about that a little bit? I mean, what does that entail? You know, being the student athlete, is there a lot that is done differently there, or?
I guess.
We want our athletes to have good grades. You have to have good grades to be able to be eligible to play. So it's important to us.
I think sometimes it's that epic battle, like when you were in school, right? Sometimes they're on their own for the first time, and it's going to school and it's going to work and it's being an athlete, and you know, it's just kind of like that time management they have to learn, and that's why we're here to help out too, is because you're going to need that in life, right? Between everything that we juggle and all the experiences that we have and the success that we want, you have to know how to juggle all of that.
And that's part of your experiences and your responsibility as coach, right?
Yes.
To keep moving forward.
You bet.
Great. Well, is there anything else that we can talk about?
We're excited for the next coming years, and having some support of the community, and having the girls who that have played around here that want to stay here. We're here for you, so give us a ring.
All right, and you'll be out, you'll be watching games in the area, you'll be looking for players for the coming year.
Always.
And if there are players that are interested, they should give you a ring, a call, or an email.
You betcha, it's right on the ACC site.
All right, and express interest, and then we'll see where it goes. All right, well, I very much appreciate you being here with us, and good luck on the coming season. I know you guys will do great.
Cool, thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Well, it's our pleasure. And thank you for joining us this morning. Once again, I am Jay Walterwright, Director of Public Information and Marketing for Alpena Community College, and this is Talk of the Town.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.